A routine is a set sequence of behaviors or actions regularly followed in a certain set order. You may have a routine for your health. You go to the gym, you do some warm-up exercises, then you get to the heavy exercises, then you cool down, then you leave the gym. You may have a routine for your educational work. You go to class, then you go to the library, then you go home. You may have a routine for your religious life. You go to the morning service, then you fellowship with the saints, then you go to the evening service. These are all routines we follow. These routines allow variations. You may decide, I'll go to the gym and my warm-up, I'll simply extend the warm-up and skip the heavy exercise because I don't feel I have the energy on that particular day. You may decide for your educational routine to skip the library because you have a slight headache. These routines allow variations in their execution. God has given to us a routine that does not permit any variation of any kind because it is based on His behavior, not on ours. And that routine, you might have guessed, is simply 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. The first person to carry out that routine is God. And He has established that as a pattern for you and for me, a routine for our lives now and in the life to come. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. Without routine, life would be chaotic. Of course, too much routine may make life boring, but this fundamental routine God has given to us, 6 days of work, 1 day of rest, this cannot be changed by any human being and expect to meet with the approval of God. God knew why He established this for you and for me. My dear friend, at the very foundation of all you do in your life, educational, recreational, whatever it may be, this routine must be followed. 6 days of study, 1 day of rest. 6 days of exercise if you so choose, 1 day of rest. 6 days of whatever, 1 day of rest. And that day of rest is always the same. The seventh day, Sabbath, the day on which God rested and established that routine. As you keep the Sabbath holy, my dear friend, remember, life to be organized and disciplined and productive and fruitful requires that we follow routines. Generally, are there exceptions? Yes, but the biblical routine established by God has no exceptions. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. My dear friend, as you keep the Sabbath holy, as you follow the divinely established routine, may the Lord bless you, doubly bless your children. Happy Sabbath, and God bless you.